Good morning. I don't sound like it's a good morning, but good morning. This will be a short car vlog because my work schedule has changed. Me and my husband work the same hours, and I don't feel like trying to be like, by the way, shut up. Not really, but I'm like, hey, be quiet so I can vlog. Because probably if I did, and then stopped it when I did, he would ask me a bunch of questions, and I'm like, no, not today. And I don't sound like I feel good. And it's not even like I'm sick, but it's just when my monthly cycle decides to rear its ugly head, it whips me into submission so hard. And now I feel like I feel it. I feel it this morning. And as much as I probably wanted to stay in bed, I can't. So here I am going to work. Shout out for me for not letting my menstrual cycle make me want to stay in bed and not do anything. And I think that's what was going on a little bit of last week, and I didn't realize it quite yet. I had spoken with my therapist, my /counselor, and she's like, go do something. And I want to be like, why do I have to do something? Why do I have to go do something and get up and move my body? But I did. So it's not that I never did not. I did. It just wasn't probably when she thought I should have been up and moving. But sometimes, that's what I battle with, wanting to get up and move. And it's not that I'm trying to be lazy, no, I don't want to move, I don't have to move, what's the point of moving? It's the complete and total opposite. It's why haven't you moved your body today? You need to move your body. You're going to end up becoming lazy, and you're not going to want to do anything and be productive. You need to be productive and go. But somebody has told me biblically more than once, and then I had to look it up myself biblically more than once to realize that, you know what? And also not even in a biblical sense, healthcare sense, girl, sis, as much as we need to be active and move our bodies around, we also need to rest. Say amen when you can, but we need to rest. Do you want to know why I say this? Because right now, like I said, I don't feel particularly all that good. I'm going to go to work because I have to work. But come when I have my days off, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to probably try to go over to my parents, help my parents with whatever they need, or just go visit. And then we're going to go run around and do stuff. Probably on my next couple of days off, I'm going to want to go do this and go do that. And it's sis, you could do on one of those days, besides Tuesday, because Tuesday is the day I actually have to really be somewhere and do something. Rest. But I feel that, not because I'm just black, but I just feel as a woman, us as women, and I'm going to change my hair for the umpteenth time because I'm I don't like it. People always associate people sitting around, not doing anything, and not being productive as you being lazy. And while I understand why people think that other people, and then for me, I really know it's because I'm a bigger person, aka I have more of a higher fat content than most, or more buoyancy, as some people try to put it. Ha ha ha, tee hee hee. They probably consider me more lazy. They consider me more out of shape and not wanting to do anything because they feel that my obesity already has like just ruined my life and I don't want to do anything. And you know, that's where that harsh and negative stuff comes in. But I'm going to tell you this, just because people are in bigger bodies does not always necessarily mean like they're already on death's door. Like, we still move, we still do stuff like just anybody, normal, average person walking around here. Just because you can't physically see like why we have the motivation to get up and still do stuff, or you just think we're lazy, that's on you. But you know, you get what I mean. Like, you just don't need to judge a book by its cover just because somebody's in a bigger body and like why they want to, you know, rest their body. You don't know what people do or what people go through on a daily basis just to do things, and then you want to call them lazy. Like, for example, my family dynamic with me and my sister. I don't know how many times me and my sister growing up, when we would, you know, like play the dozens on each other, she would often go, "You're just a fat lazy," you insert the words. And I look at that now, and then I kind of look at how our lives are, and I'm like, I'm not really that lazy. And it's like, a matter of fact, it's not that I just don't ever move around. When I don't want to and I start mentioning it to people, why? You need to move. You need to do something. I'm like, okay. Like, and by the way, I'm just putting both rubber bands in here because I don't want to have to remember one or deal with another one. But, yeah, like, and I feel like me being a bigger person, not at work though, not at this job, but I don't feel like I have the chance as much as somebody in a smaller body to just sit and not do anything, because I feel like once people see me start to become sediment and they're thinking, oh, we need to get Brittany to move because it's just going to kill her not to move. And it's like, ma'am and or sir, you don't know what I've been doing all day. So this is why I want to take my time and opportunity to rest. Or like, this is my unicorn piece. People always are like, Brittany, that's poking out. I'm like, I know, it's my unicorn piece. It doesn't never want to just stay down. It'll eventually pop back up at some time during the day. Like, take versus what I do during the day versus what my father-in-law, my husband's dad, do during the day. I swear, this man, every time, he's always asking me, like, Brittany, do you go to work today? And I go, no. He's like, why not? You need to go to work. So in my mind, this is what I'm thinking when I hear that, even though this is not true. It's just my opinion, factual, because this is just my brain going a million miles a minute, but I know the truth about myself. But this is kind of what I actually think he thinks. I think my father thinks I'm lazy and that I need to move my body and do things and not become sedimentary and just stagnant and not do anything, because that's going to make me more lazy, and I'm not going to have my worth if I'm sitting around being lazy, and I'll become bigger. And this, like I said, this is how my brain processes stuff, so it's probably not what he's thinking. So just take this with a grain of salt. Like, you're going to become bigger, you're going to become fatter, you're not going to be able to do nothing, and blah, 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 and so on and so on and so on and so forth. And I'm sorry, I'm staring at the tree, and it's a really pretty bird. But anywho, it's like, just because I am in a bigger body and just because I have a day off and a day of rest does not mean that I want to go. It's not always an automatic that I want to go and do something. Like, that's not it. Like, working in healthcare, working as a Black person in healthcare, and especially since I've moved up the ladder to some degree, it is a lot. And I don't think people understand, like, as a nurse, it's a lot. And there are some days where, like, you know, if it's a work week and I know I have to go back the next day, I don't have time to, not even so much like relax, like, oh, I wouldn't relax, but just sometimes, and like I said, due to HIPAA, I can't say a lot, but just some of the stuff, just some of the things, I'm just like, I just have to go to sleep or just lay there and just like not think about that in the context and get out of my nursing brain, because it's just like, ooh. And I think people just think I want to be lazy and not do nothing, because I hope this patch stays on. I got on a pimple patch. I'm trying to be good. Anywho, I think people think that I just want to be lazy and not do nothing. And I'm like, that's not it. If that were a choice, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I like being physical. Like, I like going on walks, moving my body. I do like going to exercise, but there are some instances where I don't, because I'm tired, and I turn on my car to see the time so I can go clock in on time, but I just don't, because I feel like I deserve to rest. Everybody does. As a nurse, I encourage you, if you feel tired, I encourage you to still drink your water, still be active, of course, what you can tolerate for your body. You can push yourself, but I also encourage you, and I encourage everyone, don't always judge people because they want to rest. We need to, because it's vital. I could tell you a lot of stories about people not resting, and then or just basically when you're sick, you ring yourself ragged to where you're sick, and then people are like, oh, that's when you can rest. No, you should have been resting before then. So when you rest your body, then you don't have to worry about when you get sick and you feel like death warmed over, you've been run over by a Mack truck, or however you want to describe when you're sick. Like right now, like I said, part of it's my menstrual cycle, but I don't feel good. And this would be a time for me to rest my body and get in some fluids and rest. Did I mention rest? Like, you don't even have to be like sleeping, like closing your eyes and ignoring the world, but you can just lay there. But no, people are like, you need to move. You need to do this. You need to do that. But people will probably be judging me and say, well, there's a difference between being sick and resting. Yeah, but sometimes you can exhaust your body to the point where you'll get sick, and then you have to forcibly rest instead of just naturally wanting to rest. Like, you can rest and read a book. You can rest and color. You can rest and just watch TV. Or, you could actually, like, you can, like, move around, but you don't have to, like, keep a certain pace and, like, cook and rest. Whatever. Just gently, gently move your body. But you know what? Me telling people probably like, no, she's trying to promote obesity, being fat. I'm just telling you to rest, y'all. Because your body, it will tell you to. It's going to sometimes tell you hard. But that's just my car vlog rant. See, I told you I'm going to find others right now because I don't want to be late clocking into work. But I probably have to do more like this style, because when I tried to edit my other vlog and car vlog and it was longer than that, it wouldn't upload, and it made me mad. So I end up having to do like I do this, just take the one part where it was the 15 minutes and just put it on YouTube, and I'll probably just have to do it that way. Maybe that'll be my thing. Who knows? It's easier and shorter, and I don't really have to edit, because I don't like to edit. I'm like, just leave it as it is. Just my flaws and all, the unedited. I gotta try not to cuss so I don't get flagged or demonetized on YouTube, but you know, that's life. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna leave so I can get my shoes on and go in to the workplace. 12 hours. Stay 2 or 3. I'll make it. I've done this before. Alright, see ya.